Hey there. Today we're taking a trip back to the 13th century, right here in the heart of England. We're hanging out with King Richard the Lionheart. Sorry, he's not around. Off fighting in the Crusades again. Doesn't this guy ever get tired of that? Anyway, while he's gone, his greedy little brother Prince John has taken over the throne. And let me tell you, the people are absolutely sick of it. I mean, just look at these guys. They're so downtrodden they can barely afford to buy a loaf of bread. And then there's this guy. He might be small, but he sure loves his gold. Oh yeah. And don't forget about this guy. He's John's right-hand man, and his name is Sir Hiss. Yep, like the snake. I guess they're pretty close because Hiss is basically John's conscience, which isn't saying much. Now, the only thing standing between Prince John's royal posterior and the good people of Nottingham is the great and powerful Sir Robin Hood. This wily fox may be just a commoner, but he's got brains, brawn, and an uncanny knack for escaping danger. Thanks to his trusty sidekick, Little John, a big-hearted bear who also happens to be the tallest, most handsome bear you'll ever meet. I mean, does this guy even need luck? He's already got it all. Together, Robin and Little John rob from the rich, give to the poor, live in the woods, and evade the long arm of the law. Specifically, the Sheriff of Nottingham, a bumbling oaf who's about as bright as a bag of hammers and twice as dangerous. Despite being hopelessly outmatched, the sheriff swears to capture Robin Hood, even if it takes him a lifetime and then some. In our story, Robin and Little John have managed to elude the sheriff and his men yet again, and they've come up with a clever disguise to shake their pursuers. A little flour never hurt anyone. Now, after making themselves up as hairy wild men, they wander into Nottingham and make their way to the marketplace where the sheriff is holding an archery contest. What luck! This is exactly what Prince John came to see. And as he watches, he spots someone familiar, though he doesn't know it yet. It's Maid Marian, a beautiful vixen and the object of Robin's affection. Too bad she's promised to marry the sheriff, who couldn't be more ecstatic. But when Prince John shows up, the sheriff suddenly remembers he has a date with Destiny or something like that, and he runs off to prepare for the competition. This leaves Marian all alone with Prince John, who promptly asks her to marry him. Now, as soon as those words leave his mouth, Robin appears. He might be covered in flour, but there's no mistaking that guitar for anyone else. As Prince John stares in disbelief, Robin steps forward, reveals himself, and makes a clean getaway. Not that it stops Prince John from vowing revenge. You better believe it. Next time, Robin, you're going down. Well, as it turns out, Prince John is really committed to making that happen. He immediately heads inside and orders the doors locked. He wants to keep Robin from escaping and make sure he sticks around for the big finale. Just then, Robin and Little John arrive with a whole gang of merry men and women. They're here to cheer on their beloved leader, and they might just be able to save Maid Marian from marrying the wrong guy. Too bad Prince John didn't think of that before. As the tournament begins, Robin finds himself face to face with the sheriff, who's managed to lose his head despite having one securely attached to his shoulders. Now, while the sheriff tries to steady his nerves, Little John wins the archery contest and earns the grand prize, which just so happens to be Maid Marian. So maybe it worked out for the best after all. Still, Robin isn't giving up. He sneaks into the castle, disguises himself as a jester, and infiltrates Prince John's royal court. Along the way, he helps make amends between the quarreling nobles and reconnects with Maid Marian, who's beginning to realize how much she cares about Robin. Their reunion is cut short. However, when Prince John enters and accuses Robin of stealing his crown jewels. What? Before Robin can protest his innocence, the guards close in. Luckily, he manages to escape through a trapdoor. And now Prince John is furious. He's had enough of Robin Hood and his merry men, and he's going to do something drastic about it. He sends the sheriff to arrest every able-bodied man in Nottingham, including Robin's band of merry men. And he plans to build a prison to hold them until he figures out what to do with them. Meanwhile, Robin has tracked down an old friend, Friar Tuck, a jolly fat man, and the former sheriff of Nottingham. Robin asks Tuck to help him break everyone out, but Tuck says he's too busy running a casino to help. Little does Robin know that Sir Hiss has followed him here and he's overheard everything. And as you might imagine, he wastes no time in reporting this development back to Prince John. You know, sometimes I wonder if Hiss is even real. Like, is he actually in cahoots with John and planning to take over England together? Just a thought. Anyway, Prince John decides to head to the prison himself to personally oversee the executions of Robin Hood and his men. At least he thinks they're going to be executed. Meanwhile, Friar Tuck has decided to change his mind. After all, he's got a soft spot for Robin and his friends. And when he sees how badly they're being treated, he starts helping them escape one by one. That is, until Prince John arrives and catches him in the act. Now, Robin and Little John are cornered, but they've got one last trick up their sleeves. They distract Prince John while Friar Tuck opens the treasure room. Then they make a run for it, filling their sacks with gold along the way. They've just made it outside when the alarm sounds. The sheriff and his men are coming to stop them, but Robin leaps into the nearby moat, leaving Little John to take care of the rest. While Robin swims to safety, Little John hands the gold to the townspeople and then makes his own escape. And when the sheriff closes in on him, he sends an arrow flying straight into the man's rear end. With the coast clear, Robin reunites with Little John, and together they lead the people of Nottingham to safety. They've proven once again that no amount of gold or power can stop them. The people cheer for their heroes, but there's still one more surprise in store. Who's that writing in? If you guessed King Richard, you'd be right on the money. Turns out the Crusades weren't so bad after all. Richard banishes his brother and restores order to Nottingham, and everyone celebrates with a rousing rendition of the Robin Hood theme. Finally, it's time for Robin and Marian to tie the knot, and the entire town shows up to cheer them on. These two were meant to be. Hey, and if you want to see them get hitched, you know what to do. Just click on one of these other titles, and I'll see you there.